Welcome on in, everybody, to Three Bold Takes. Freddie, Quinn, and Chase here for another week of games, game 4 week. Guys, we just did our overreactions. Make sure to go watch that and check out other videos. Also, we're doing a new thing, question of the week. And this week, whose college fan base has the worst, or actually the best fans? We're going to go that way first. Who has the best fans? Let us know in the comments. We'll get back to you guys on that.
All right, Quinn, this is your game here. You have been talking about this game and wanting to talk this game for a long time. At 6:30, I believe it is, on NBC, if I'm not mistaken. Number 6, Ohio State travels to South Bend to play the number 9 Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Ohio State comes into the game as a 2.5-point favorite. Is Notre Dame underrated and disrespected this year? That's an underlying question so far based upon their ranking to me, and their level of play this year. So, Quinn, we'll actually let you go last for this one since you want to talk about this one. So, Chase, we'll swing it to you. I'll go, and then we'll let Quinn round us out.
All right. This is probably out of the first quarter of the season. This is the best game on the bill, I think. Ohio State, Notre Dame. We just did a reaction about Sam Hartman finally making his way over to Notre Dame and making them look like a team. I don't know. So I think it's going to be a really fun game. Where did we say this one was at? I'm sorry, Freddie. This
It's
is
at Notre Dame.
okay. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Making sure. Um, Now Ohio State was kind of in the same boat that Alabama was earlier this season. They were trying to figure out their quarterback. They just had I forget his face that just left. CJ Stroud. They just had CJ Stroud who went to the draft. They were trying to find a new quarterback. They've had to kind of work between two guys the first couple games of the season. That's why when they played Youngstown State, Indiana, they couldn't score more than like 20, 30 points. But they just played Western Kentucky, who is a very good CUSA team. I don't think they're CUSA anymore. I think they're something else, but they're a very good CUSA team. Very, very good. And Ohio State finally looked like Ohio State dropped 66 on them and routed them in a victory, held them to 10 as well. And so they finally got going. Marvin Harrison Jr. was having some hiccups with injuries early in the season too, but they finally found their quarterback in McCord. They got Marvin Harrison back. Everything is kind of working together. So it is trending upwards into this game for Notre Dame. Notre Dame as well. You got Sam Hartman, who is looking pristine, looking like a well-oiled machine. You know, most of the season he missed last year with the rib injury. And so now he is back and he is just working that Notre Dame offense and also every defense that's against him. So again, like this one, man, and a lot like the Ole Miss game, I haven't wrote down a person yet or a team yet that I'm going with. I'm going with emotions here. I don't know who's going to win this game. We're playing at Notre Dame. This is a big one. They played last year, and Notre Dame lost this game. Shout out Tyler. Was it not Tyler Buckner that lost this game for Notre Dame?
I
Is
think
that
he got
him?
hurt in this game, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe
Um,
yes. Drew Pine came in.
I believe so.
Yeah, so shout out him and hey, Tommy Reese, guys. You know, roll tide. Um, Notre Dame lost this game a year ago, but now Ohio State is going to South Bend to play this game. I'm going to ride with Marvin Harrison Jr., man. I think Ohio State is going to get it done. He's going to have an absurd stat line. I'm riding Ohio State in this game. Freddie?
Yeah, Notre Dame almost won that game last year, and then they turned around and got beat by Marshall. So, you know, you put two and two together. I think Notre Dame's a lot better this year than they were last year, and I don't think Ohio State's as good. To me, the Ohio State Michigan game last year was the national championship game. That was one of the best games of the year. The winner of that game was by far going to win the national championship. So, in my eyes, they were the national champion runner-up last year. I know technically they weren't. No disrespect to TCU, but when you get beat the worst in you know, any championship game history or whatever it was, whatever. In this game, we've already done a video about Notre Dame. So go back and watch that if you want to get kind of a more in-depth view of what we think about Notre Dame this year. But I think Notre Dame gets it done at home. I think Ohio State may be a little overrated this year. Personally, I have them as a 2-loss team. If you watched our videos from the summer where we actually did the projections, I had Penn State beating them and Michigan beating them this year. So that's a 2-loss team. I've changed that since then to as a 9-3 team. So I think Notre Dame gets this win at home this coming weekend as a statement game for the Fighting Irish to show that, we have a quarterback. We finally have an offense that's worth something, at least something. And we still play hard-nosed football on the defensive side, which is something that Notre Dame has been known to do and has been their bread and butter. So give me Notre Dame as an upset this Saturday against the Ohio State Buckeyes. Quinn?
I'll start by giving Notre Dame their flowers. A lot of us, after they had that loss to Marshall last season, people kind of just turned their eyes away from Notre Dame. They went on to have a really good end of their year. They won, I think it was 7 straight before losing to USC and then going into the bowl game and beating a very hot South Carolina team to end the year. So they had a good closeout to their season. But it's like you said, Ohio State, man. The Ohio State Georgia game was the national title. And Ohio State outplayed Georgia that day. Now, don't get me wrong. I think there is luck involved in winning a national title just as much as there is skill. Like, skill does most of the work. When you play those other top-end teams, the luck's got to go your way, and that night it went Georgia's. But Ohio State, what they showed me, they are more than capable of being a national title team. Now, you talk about this season. Normally with Ohio State, the thing that I have been questioning them with is, can they get a defense together? They always start off offensively hot. Their defense struggles, and we always wonder, can they put a defense together? It's inverted this year. This year, their defense has been playing great. Their offense has had some struggles. I don't question Ohio State to fix their offense. I think they'll be probably a top 10 offense by the end of the year. It's Ohio State. That being said, man, call me a believer. I might as well be a 60s band called the Monkees because I'm a believer in Sam Hartman and Notre Dame. End of the game, looking at touchdown Jesus. He's going to rear back, throw a deep shot. Notre Dame walk-off win over the Buckeyes on their way to a college football playoff appearance. That's what I'm calling for. Notre Dame wins by 4 points over the Buckeyes at home.
Wow. An exact end of game scenario. That's what we do here. That's a bold take. It's what we do. Chase, you seemed a little iffy about that. Do you have any rebuttals?
Yeah, Quinn, I'm going to have to come over to the house if this turns out to be true and see that script that you got from the NCAA. I know the NFL was shipping them out. I don't know if you were on the NCAA quiet list and you got shipped one out. All right, guys, those are our games of the week. Guys, we did 8 this week because week 4 of college football is absolutely insane. As you can tell, there's a lot of great games. We even left a couple off that are still going to be amazing games. So you were probably booked from 11 to 10 p.m. to, this upcoming Saturday. So make sure to watch all those games. Let us know what you think. Answer the question that we had at the beginning of the pod, whose fan base has the best fans? And then also let us know what you think of all the games, man. We're a bunch of amateurs out here, but we're having a lot of fun with it. So, guys, thank you so much for watching 3 Bold Takes. Remember, comment, like, subscribe to us. Guys, you have been blowing us up lately, and we're loving it. So we love all you guys. Thank you so much. For Freddie, Chase, and Quinn, we're going to be out.